home of where the best stuff is the wet stuff, and the wet stuff is the best stuff. Welcome to Fizzshy Biz Aquatics. What's cracking?
First of all, let's get this out the way. I'm the Biz, Fizzshy Biz Aquatics, and at Fizzshy Biz Aquatics on YouTube, you'll get an informative channel that's fun and amazing with one of the hottest live streams called The Hotspot. You don't want to miss that on Mondays at 9. Plus, you can catch me at Aquashellas on panel, in person. Come chop it up with your boy, and always get greeted with the What's Crackin', educating today's youth and the masses. Get at me, just to cool it channel.
Fizzshy Biz Aquatics, professional aquatics with the amateur touch. So amateurs, yep, get that professional look.
Y'all must have forgot.
This video contains super awesome content not suitable for people who don't enjoy super awesomeness. Viewer discretion advised.
Let's go!
Yo, what's cracking? The Dolphins are out here. They out here doing their thing. They dolphining and whatever and whatnot. I hope y'all can hear that. Could y'all hear my dolphins? Anyway, were y'all able to hear the dolphins? Hello, can you guys hear me? Hello? Hello? I feel like I haven't done this in a while. Do I need to re-intro? Were you guys able to hear the dolphins? You didn't hear the damn dolphins. Well, my phone's charging, so no dolphins in there. Hey, everybody, what's cracking? It's me, the Biz, Fizzshy Biz Aquatics. You already know what it is. Welcome. Monday, 9 p.m. I'm right here for you and for me. Happy to be aboard. So I got this, and I was asking. It's a Owasi 350. And I was mentioning that a Mozzie member that went down last year to the Aquashellas, they gave him 2 of them, and he gave them to me. So super appreciative, but I'm trying to set the damn thing up. I'm trying to figure this thing out. And it really shouldn't be this hard, but I have come to the conclusion that when people set this up, clearly they're doing a lot of cutting and editing, because I just tried to prime the damn thing. I look at mad pictures, yo. So you try to prime it and get her going, right? So I'm trying to get her going, and yeah, it wasn't working. So then I had Mexicali jump on and ask if he. See, first of all, I knew I would be bad at canisters. This is my first canister. I knew I would be bad at them because it's too many parts. So I took this thing out to see if there was any water even coming into the damn thing. And I don't know. They said it's a spring in here that if you pop it open, it'll hit you in the eye and shit. So I don't really. But that's only if you're gonna clean it, bro. If this popped me in the face, you guys are gonna have a field day. You guys are gonna love that. I don't want to do it, but they said if you're trying to clean it, but it's brand new, so it was used once at the Aquashellas just for the display for the 2 days, and then they were like, "We're not packing this back up." So here you go. I know, right? Why are we always yelling There's a YouTube about it. I know, right? Like I'm a YouTuber that doesn't like watch a lot of YouTube. Isn't that weird? I do, but I don't. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm always trying to put something on. Put something on YouTube. So then I got to get on YouTube. Why is this moving, bro? It's all bad. All right, so look. Let me start off by saying what's up to everybody real quick. Let me jump up here. All right, look. Why are we always yelling? What's cracking? Thank you for coming through. First and foremost, Fish Fam, Christmas is in the spot to be. Thank you so much, Mexicali. Metalheads. Metalheads was just on. Where's Metalheads at? Metalheads, if you're still here, you guys just did. Well, I would love to have you guys on the hotspot. I told you guys that when I met you. Was that Skipper? I think y'all was just on Skipper, man. Metalheads are here. Lady Roars is here. Thank you so much, Lady Roars. Garcia is definitely in the place. Got to pay his drop, Garcia.
To Garcia Aquatics, let's go!
All right, Bunny Viper, I got to get you up here too. Mark S, what's cracking? Thank you for coming through. Corey Dorable Cali, otherwise known as Jesse, thank you for coming through. Danielson, Thunder Aquatics. I actually got to get one for you, Daniel. You're always here. I saw Toski Sky Dancer is up in here. Thank you guys for coming on through. PB, what's cracking? PB's up in her. And I'm down her. All right. Now, before I go back here and play with this thing, see if I can get the damn thing working, I was filling it up. I know you guys want updates on the kids. I got some bad news, people. Whew. What's up, Ms. Ortiz? This is one of my students right now. I can't wait to get her a tank so she can put it in a classroom. Hey, Ortiz, yo, you might want to put one in Miss Cox's room. Ask Miss Cox if she would like a fish tank. I think that'd be cool. Geek Boy was cracking. Geek Boy, did your package come through? I sent them out a little late. I sent them out Saturday. You probably didn't get it this soon. But probably. So that's probably what it is, man. Jay Wiggity, Jay Watts is up in here. Eric White Rock, man. I went to check you out, man. What's cracking, Eric White Rock? $20 on the chat, man. Thank you so much, Eric White Rock. I gotta go get my phone for you. I gotta give you a dolphin and a applause and I'll be right back, Eric. Eric, I gotta get you on the you already know. Yeah, Eric, I gotta get you into the hot spot also. I think that'll be super fun. All right. I'm about to bring them out. Nah. Sorry, you guys. You guys already know I started early, which I shouldn't. I never really do. I usually start late, which means I usually. Eric Y Rock, thank you so much. My dolphins are out. They're out here. Right on, Geek Boy. And she's gonna ask tomorrow. Yeah, Eric, I got to get you out here on the. I think we will have an epic hotspot, straight up. Bunny V, I saw you on your hotspot with Rikistan. I think we would have a great one also. Just in case, I got to get you up here too, man. I think that'll be fun too. Melly Mel is up in here, man. All right, I appreciate you all. And thank you for the $20 super chat, Eric Y Rock. All right, so we got a lot to kind of get through, man. Sure. Yeah, Fish Fam Christmas. I wouldn't mind doing that. I definitely can jump on that. I wouldn't mind modding. Okay, so let me tell you everything that we got going on. All right. So I need to tell you guys about the students and their tanks and their fish. I got to tell you about hams for the holidays. I got to tell you about things that I'm currently working on and into the new year 2023 Fishy Biz Aquatics and what it looks like. Okay, so that's where we're at right now. And in the same meantime, I'm gonna try to get this OIC 350 thing going. If you're just now joining us, all right. So there's a lot going on right now. Where should I start? I'll start with the students, man. No, let's start with me. Okay, so look, was under the weather last Monday. The wifey had the flu. I thought she had the COVID, but no. And she has never gotten the COVID yet, so I'm always expecting her to get it, but no. So it ended up being the flu. She stayed home for a day, and now she just has a cough. I don't know how she gets over sicknesses so fast, and she either never gets it or she just knocks it out. I don't know how that works because I get everything from the 1-year-old to the 11-year-old to the 20-year-old to the 13-year-old who doesn't even live with me. I don't know how I catch his cold, but it's a whole thing, right? Then I got the sickly kids at the school that I work with. It's all crazy. So, but when I get it, I go down. So, I'm feeling better. Okay, feeling a lot better. But now I got to stay home tomorrow because the 1-year-old had a minor fever at the daycare. So he can't go to daycare, which means I can't go to work because nobody stay here. Me and the wife go back and forth. So if she was off last, I take off. If I was off last, back and forth. All right. So I'm here tomorrow. Which sounds cool because they would seem like I would be able to get some work done, but not with a sick 1-year-old. Like constant attention. If I can get him to sleep, that's fine. But he's way upstairs, and I'm down here in the basement, and I don't feel like running up and down, so that's not gonna work. The whole thing. So there's that. Then I get an email from my 5-year-old school saying not to be alarmed, but a student in his class caught the vid. And I'm like, but they're not sending anybody home. They're going to mask all the kids up, which they've been doing. So there's that. All right, so that's us. I've been working out. I got a challenge from a partner of mine, and basically he is going to pay like for a trip that I normally go on with them. And that trip is technically almost $2,200. If I can lose 30 pounds, he said he'll pay for it. It seems very simple and easy, maybe to everybody, but he's in the gym daily. He's going for broke, but that's him. He doesn't have any kids, doesn't have a wife, doesn't have any of that action. So works a 9 to 5, you know what I'm saying? And he's done. I teach, I coach, I do after school stuff. I've got to be on call 24/7 with the kiddos. I don't have good sleep. I wake up. So it's harder than it seems, man. And I always end up stopping at a fast food to get the kids together. It's a drag, but I've got to find a way to lose this 30. I mean, 2,200 for the trip. I don't have to come out of pocket for that. Aquashella. So, can you guys tell me what you've heard? I just heard that the Orlando trip is it just non-existent? Is it still in the workings? Oh, Bunny says I'm freezing up bad. Right, Nathan, for real. All right, am I freezing up, you guys? Let's see, I got my Wi-Fi in. This says I'm right on, Toski. Yeah, I'm gonna need you guys to check in with me. I gotta lose this stuff, though. I'm not playing, and I know most of it is diet, man. But geez, oh my god, I'm fat because I eat, and I eat because I'm fat. Right on, Nathan. Appreciate it. All right, thank you, Ortiz. I'm back. Okay. So I gotta figure out a way to get that done, right? So I'm hearing that the Orlando Aquashella is not a go. Different issues, conflicting views, whatever the case may be, between the venue and the proprietors of Aquashella. So I'm hearing that the first trip is going to be Dallas. So, all right, Bunny V, right on. Is going to be Dallas. So, if that's the case, you may be able to get a weekend of Fishy Biz, fish plants y mas, Watts' water, and if we can drag Funk's ass up to Dallas, you might get the whole DWC. If all of us are in the same place in Dallas and during the Aquashella weekend, it's gonna be a good time. You guys are gonna see a lot of good footage. We're gonna have some fun live streams, some cool pop-ups. We're gonna be doing some stuff. So yeah, I know, right? Food tastes good, doesn't it? It doesn't help that the wife is a cook too, so and a baker. Like, it's ridiculous. So I really gotta, and then you gotta tell your wife, nah, I don't want to eat what you cook. Like, that's a problem. Like, but she's been making me like some chicken breasts and some broccoli, so she's been hooking it up. She's like getting me salads for lunch. So like, we're in on this thing. I don't know how you do it. I can't keep up with all the new channels in the lives. LOL. It's a good problem to have, though. It's rough, man. Oh my god. Like being a real father and a teacher, and still, like, trying to find time, giving my time to coach and doing all that stuff, man. It's and it's a lot, man. Sometimes I just sit down and I just be like, I lay down and I'm like, man, I am like wore out. I'm just wore out. But it's all in the plan for a better future, for a nice retirement, and hopefully my kids do stuff with their lives so that I don't have to keep supplying them with food and money. So we'll see how it goes. I just hit the tip of the iceberg. My 13-year-old is 6'1". I'm 6'4", and he just shot up on me. He's wanting to play ball, so I got to start going to his games and showing him around the court and kind of be there with him, which is super fun. So, and that's all in itself something else. My 11-year-old daughter, she is big in dance. She's been dancing ever since she was 5, 6. She's 11 now, and I missed her Nutcracker play this weekend because I was sick, and then I had some other stuff I had going. This is my first time missing all of her performances. She usually does 3 of them. I really kind of wish she would do something other than the Nutcracker, man. I'm kind of tired of seeing that one, but I digress. Students at the school. Okay, so here we go. Angelfish. I had 6 of them. They all come from Consolidated Fish Farms. All did really well. I've had them ever since the beginning of the year when Dan sent them to me. Beautiful fish, healthy, everything else. I had 1 tank on me at the school. Is that a spider? Oh, hell no. We're not going through this again. Hey, yo! Hey! 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 So look. Do spiders have exoskeletons, man? Like, do they shed like could it be like a figment of a do they shed skin? I don't not like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a biology teacher, but I'm not an arachnophobia. I'm not an arachnid person. So I don't think that's all right. I think it's a false alarm, yo. All right, so look, yo. Maybe I should smack it just in case. Yeah, let me smack it just in case. What the hell? All right, false alarm. All right, so look. All right. Wait, what was I talking about? The kids. Okay, so look, it could be a shed. Okay, that's all right. That's what I'm thinking it is. Y'all remember that one that I did kill though? Still right there. Yeah, that's so all his boys will know. Hey, there's your partner over there. Shouldn't nothing creeping up behind him. All right, so look. What was I talking about? What the heck? Coventry! Oh my god, I haven't talked to you in a while. I feel like you've been like on vacation and kicking it without me. Coventry, $49.99. Spiders don't shed. And Bunny says, yes, they do. Now they're going back and forth. Hey, he just killed spider skin. Yes, they do. Kids. Thanks, Coventry. Funk, I thought you were asleep. I don't know. I kind of thought they. I don't know. I don't know how it works. But look, the kids is what we're here for. All right. So they have video, and I am going to be putting that on once I grab me some time, man. Yeah, I got a whole bunch of ADHD, Nathan. That's why me and my students get along so well. We all have it. It's pandemonium in the classroom. So yeah, so look. They're sending me video through Instagram. I'm getting it. I'm uploaded onto YouTube. And once I get them all together, I'll show you exactly what they came up with. The tanks look good. The fish look good. Here is the issue. I had 6 angelfish, 3 black, 3 golden. Okay, from Consolidated Fish Farm, excellent condition. I lost 1 in the classroom out of everything, and really, I had talked to Funk. The kids thought the fish was getting picked on. Funk said maybe that they're experiencing breeding and they kind of do that towards each other. But I think all in all, the kids were right. I did think maybe he got picked on, like he died. Okay, boom. So now I'm down to 5. Okay, I have 1 in the tank now, which means that I've sent 4 home. Okay, out of the 4 that I sent home, 1 kid has 1 alive, and the other 3 have not made it. The kids have come back super distraught. I've had to let them know that, and I told them this before they go, but they're so happy to get these fish, especially an angelfish, because it's just so different. It looks so different than the rest of them. And they have this angelfish amongst these little guppies and danios. And I got 1 kid thinking that the danios jumped the angelfish, and they were going to put the danios in timeout. How they were going to do that, I didn't even want to ask. I was scared to even ask. Which I don't think is the case, because the angelfish were the biggest ones in that tank, so they're automatically tank boss. And also, I had separated an angel from the rest of the angels and put him into the platies tank, and he was living just fine. No platies were bothering him. Daniels were also in there; they weren't bothering him. So I'm just this is the thing that I was scared of with the quick cycle. Of them putting in the Fritz 7 along with the Prime. Some of the kids got Prime, the other kids got Aqua Pure. I don't know if that makes a real big difference, but the other fish are still living. So I tend to think that the water is up to fish safe level, right? As far as the water itself. That doesn't go for temp, and that doesn't go for ammonia and stuff. But these are quick cycle tanks that they just kind of started up. All right. I treated them as if though they were at an Aquashella. They were setting up a tank for the weekend, and they had to get a quick cycle going, and then hopefully they could maintain it from there. Okay. They've had these tanks up since they took them home before Thanksgiving. I don't know if they've done water changes. So that would be my next question for them there. The filters were brand new. They did have tank water and sponge filter bacteria to cycle those tanks up. So I'm thinking that they're good there. Plus, their filters are for 40 gallons, and they have them in a 10 gallon. They're sponge filters. So I'm thinking that they would be able to handle any load that these fish would output, especially when they only have 3 to 5 fish total. Okay. So my question is this: for those of you all who have kept angels, and I came downstairs to find one of my angels dead. I talked to Funk. Funk just had an angel die. I sent him a picture of what a student sent me. For those that remember Tyrese, if you looked at my turkey, my Thanksgiving turkey video, right? You have if you looked at my turkey video, he was the one helping me with the turkeys. He's the one that was like, he was like, put me on your channel, you might be able to get 6 views. so let me show you what he sent me. He said, is my angelfish supposed to be up and down? And I was like, send me a picture. So I'll show you what he sent. Oh crap, here he is right here. All right. Okay, so he sent me this. Okay. And then he sent me this. So I sent that to Funk, and he said, "Yeah, when they're pointing up and down like that, Funk, if you're still in here, let me know. If I'm saying this right. He said that typically they're going to pass, like, and then he said something that was pretty smart also. Brother Drew Aquariums, what's cracking, man? I've been following you on Instagram, man. You got some cool stuff, bro. Coventry just said something about spiders. It just threw me off. God, I was trying to make it. Oh, yeah. Every time I say Funk said something smart, it kind of trips me up because it never happens. All right, so what he said was, he said it's just like anything, you know, people can live for a long time or they can have a short lifespan. He said same kind of thing. Mountaintop Puffer Keeper, what's cracking? Thank you for coming through. I also got to tell you guys about the giveaway. All right, don't leave. That was the other thing I wanted to make sure I said. All right, so with him saying that, it made sense, but I just hate the fact that the kids, once they got them, as they're so excited to get them, you know, that those were the ones that died. Like, I don't think they would be as upset if, you know, one of their Daniels died or one of their Guppies died. You know, they come back into the classroom and they see plenty of them. But I think with the fact that is the angelfish and it looks so different, that was their star. They were going to turn that to their star, because I always told them that you can have a star of your tank and you can center your decor around them, and you can center your dither fish around them. And I think a lot of them were making them the star. I was almost reluctant to give them these angelfish because I had a feeling that they might not, you know, that they might tank on them. But in my heart of hearts, I needed them to get a fish that they really wanted. And not say have them go through that, but it's part of the learning process. So I'm not really upset, but I am a little upset. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, when your number's up, and that goes for everything living thing. Line. You can't spell worth of shit. When they do that, in my opinion, it's pretty late. Right. So there you have it. And that's the angel fish expert. Well, to me, since that's all I know he does when I met him. So what say you guys? What do you think? I can ask Dan if he could send some more angels through. I can wait till they get bigger before I start sending them out. Do you think that we chalk this up to a learning experience? Do we wait for them to, keep their tanks? Let's have them, do their water change. Keep their tanks cycled before we get them some fish. Or are angelfish more delicate than Guppy Danio or what else do I have? Guppies, Danios, or Platties? Or is it the other way around? You know what I'm saying? So they do have the aqua testers, aquarium testers. They have the test kit. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Okay. There's more to it. Exactly. Yeah. I can't be there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't go to their houses and check their tanks out for them. If they're going to get into this hobby and get into this fish keeping thing, they're going to have to take the good with the bad, and they're going to have to, do some research and figure these problems out. I know they're coming to me because I'm the one that initiated them with this, but I want to see them the way that their mind works, and it's so crazy because they have their Amazon list for Christmas, and it was fish stuff all over it. Like one young lady, Kennedy, the one that was catching the fish, and where she was talking about, "Can I help you?" Now you took my man. I don't know if you guys saw that, but see now this angelfish, now he's wanting to go upside down. Like, what do you see? It's an epidemic. Like, what's going on? It's angelfish COVID out here, and now he's trying to, but he's eating. Okay, so let me show you what this one's doing. I don't know if this is the same thing or not. Put this in here real quick. Whoop de doo. Skibbity whap. So, can you see this one here? Uh-oh. He was just, look at him right here. Can you guys see him? I can't see. You see? I can't see. All right. So he's right there. He's not fully vertical, but he was just a few seconds ago. But there he goes. Is that a seven? Is that an angel? Oh, that's not even an angel. That's a seven. My bad, you. All right. I don't know. But I just haven't had any of my angels do that. So that's why, and his was the only one that went right side, or that went vertical. And then Funk said his just did it. So it's got to be a thing. All right, let me see what you guys are saying here. You spelled that right, huh? Let those tanks cycle longer. Give them guppy test fish. Don't keep Daniels and Angels together, in my opinion. Might be a stress issue, something on the kids' end since they all died at home. Gotcha. All right, let's get that phone back, Nathan, and hurry back. Then I got to tell you guys about this giveaway. I think it's awesome. Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate it so much. Temperature is an issue that I run into with the angels. Tell me more, Coventry. What do you have your angelfish tanks at? They might all have a disease if they're dying in the classroom too. They're not dying in the classroom though. My angels, my Daniels, the Jack Dempseys, the African cichlids. I've had them since the beginning of the school year. Dan sent those in August. So they've been here. Look at who it is. It's Tiny Joe Young. He's here. I know Lady Roars, but they gotta learn somehow, man. It's you know, at least they didn't have to really, you know, put their money all the way into it. You know what I'm saying? I would generally toss a chunk of that poly filter in the tank to see what color it turns and how fast. It's a decent cheap for detecting anything real crazy. Anyway. All right, Mountaintop Puffer Keeper, what color are we looking for when we turn that poly filter in there? Are we looking for brown, black? Let me know. All right, Joe, you stink like hot feet. There they go. Only angels die, no other fish. Yes, Toski, just their angels. C79.3, 80.2 blows them up, and that's weird because all of these angels that are in here with these Denison barbs and my Rams and my Bishers, I keep all of my tanks 80 plus. And I know these kids are at room temperature. I wonder if I told them don't have them near windows, don't have them near heaters. I wonder, see,
even ceiling fans can cause the temperature to go down, because I know these kids, if they're anything like my family, they sleep with the fan and the window up. They got to have it like cold so they'll be undercover. So I really need to. I need to know the layout of those rooms, or get them small heaters. Listen, I got another question for you all. Exactly, Bunny. Right. That's the next question, is their room temp, and I don't think they really know. But here's my other question. Can angels stay in room temperature of 70, 72? And if they can, if you drive that temperature up, I heard that's what really causes the ick and the disease. It's when they're at a room temperature and you heat them up. It doesn't do the reverse. If you cool the water down, I don't think, is that what they said? Somebody in Mozzie had told me that. He said that if you get them a heater and you warm that water up, that could cause the disease, but lowering them down doesn't. That's why they said don't add hot water, but cool water when you're. Is that right? Is what do you guys say to that? I gave them all digital thermometers. I'm gonna send out an email and tell them all to do a snapshot of their temperatures with their digital thermometers. It's good Coventry. I'm gonna do that tonight. My angels at room temp at 73, and okay, all right, that makes me feel better. Bright yellow, super high ammonia, blue copper, meads. Bright red, aluminum, orange. Okay, so that's just putting polyfill in the tank or polyfill in the filter. Heat kills ick. Right, that's what I drive temperature up when I see ick. But he was saying that that's true. But if you don't have ick and they're already in room temperature and you drive the temperature up, that brings on the ick. You just created it almost. And track parameters, yes. Maybe it was that a Bish takes months to truly acclimate. Could it be that, or you got angelfish murderers? I don't know. They really like them angelfish. I don't think they were trying to look who's here.
What is here?
What's cracking, Chief?
Same old, fool. Same old.
That's what's up.
Ready for the holidays.
Yeah, man. So you've been in the chat. You've been listening to this debacle. You've kept angels before, Garcia, right?
Yeah, I got some angels. They're nice and big and everything. And my water temperature for them, I usually keep it at, with my geos, I got them at like 80, 82.
80, 82, yeah. So that's where all my tanks are. And they seem to be doing well. Bunny V says her angels are thriving, and they've been at 72, 73, and they've been in there for 2 years. So Vibes has angels at 80. So we've got different temps. Angelfish temp range 70s to mid 80s, but I've had angelfish live in low to medium 70s, and they just move slower.
And for this fish room, my AC vent, I have it closed off.
I got you, Coventry. I will.
I have the vent closed off over here.
You got what now?
The AC vent, I have it closed off.
Oh, you close it off. Okay.
Because I usually keep my house at like 69 or 70.
You know what? I like what Coventry is saying, because this will be the interesting part, and especially in moving forward and getting kids these tanks next year. For me to see what parameters their houses are in, I gotta keep thinking that these kids don't have a fish room. They're not knowledgeable on what temps to do it on. They're so eager to get them, and when I itemize and list out the things that they need, I always possibly could be forgetting these such parameters. So, what's up, Diver man? What's cracking, man? Um,
It depends how they keep the temperature in the house and where they have the tank.
yeah, yeah. I'm going to ask for all that info. I need to make sure I write it down so I don't forget. I want to make sure I get everything. That would be my guess. Perhaps the lost power and that caused temperature to fluctuate.
It's like this one. I got this one at like 82.
Okay.
82 and 80.
You got angels in there?
No, I don't have the angels here. I got the angels in the Amazon.
Okay. 77 degrees, says Mark. So yeah, so 70s and 80s is where we got them at. So, if they're thriving, they're thriving. But I wonder if who said that the Daniels might be stressing the angels out? Do they stress out that? I always thought they were super dainty fish, and I just thought they were just like dainty. But Funk assured me that they are cichlid and that they're tough. They're tough. So I don't know. I don't know. Would Daniels gang up on an angelfish like that?
I don't think so. But in my tank right now, when I have the angels, I have them with the geodragons and the black acaras, and they've been chasing each other, and they just relaxing. They're just waiting for me to turn the light on and feed them.
All right, Mountaintop, I got you. And yeah, with the discus, that's what I really want to do too, vibes. Tanks recently, I was able to correct it. Consider genetics and inbreeding. Yeah, that's a fact too. Daniels, angels, and discus. That's always a pretty tank. 76 is good. Plus or minus a couple of degrees. Daniels can be hyperactive and therefore make other fish more skittish. Especially probably in a 10-gallon too. So, you might have 3 Daniels, an angelfish, and, something like that. They probably zipping around. And it's probably, new tank and stuff like that. I'm gonna let them cycle that tank up, man, and let it rock for right now, and see where it goes from there. And then I'll check with them. I'll also make sure that I post some bid or stay glued to the community tab, you guys. Plus, my students are wanting to come up here and talk to you guys themselves. So I am going to have a stream where they're going to come up on panel and let you know their experiences with their tanks and what they plan on doing for the future, and possibly ask you guys some questions. So make sure that you guys are prepared for that. I talked to several of them about maybe popping in tonight, but they work until 11, which is, I didn't know these kids were burning both ends of the stick like that. I was like, dude, y'all got plenty of time to work. Trust me.
Hey, Ben, you know the guy that you saw in the chat, brother Drew Aquarium?
Yeah.
That's my subscriber that I took down to the fish farm.
Oh, very nice. Yeah, man, he popped in. I've been checking his Instagram out. He's got some cool stuff.
Yeah,
shout out.
He knows the stuff.
That's what's up. I need to get him up here in the hot spot.
I guess we should try and get him in. I'll have a pep talk with him.
All right, sounds good. If all the other fish are fine, the angels are biting it in a
it in different tanks at different houses, then there's something going on with that batch of angels. Yeah, but you know what? But they were doing just fine at the school. And I got them in there with, okay, so when you gave me the Jack Dempsey's to put in the 40-gallon, the 40-gallon, I had like 40 Daniels in there. The hot pink joints, the glow Daniels. I took them all out. I had some tiger long fins also. I took them all out, put them in there with the angels, right? So now you got mad Daniels in there with 5 angels, no issues, all right? And they've been in there ever since the angels been in there by themselves ever since August. You gave me them Jack Dempsey's August, like in September or October maybe. So they've been in there, haven't had any issues. So I went.
It's like Funk said right there. It could be a bad bat.
Yeah, that's I know, but that's the same batch that was in the school tank for the last 3 months, last 4 months. They take them out individually and put them in their individual tanks. Now I know one of them. I had one of my students from last year. Her tanks are doing well. Her mother set up a tank because she was so happy with the other tank, and she has goldfish in there. And my student wanted the angelfish so bad, I knew she had her tank set up, and I gave her the angel. And she told me that she put the angel in there with the goldfish until she kind of could get the other tank together. And I was like, oh, that might have been a mistake there, because she said that her angel popped up dead. And I was like, you know, those goldfish are dirty fish. And if you're not filtering that out, you know, the way that it should be, that definitely could have been, you know, pretty drastic.
You know what you should do? Probably get the students to bring the water.
Sample water. I was just about to say that.
Sample water, but if we can check them out, check out how their water is.
Yeah.
That's the part that's going to be the only solution to find out what's the water parameter in their tanks.
Right on, Jeff H. Appreciate you. It's good meeting you too, man. I believe the tank's in the back of the classroom away from windows. But a draft could definitely be a considerable factor. Yeah, and I know these kids like to keep their rooms a little cooler because they like to be up under covers and stuff. So, Funk, you using my stuff. I always say that sometimes.
He always likes to use everybody else. and then he brands it.
Oh, now Funk wants to come in. All right.
Funk, just get to it, scroll all the way up, and there's the link.
You know he's a prima donna. He doesn't want to scroll up and find it.
Oh, I forgot. His little fingers don't let him.
Goldfish plus anything but goldfish. Right. Yeah, I had I known she was going to do that, I never would have let her get it. I personally would move the Daniels to a different tank because they cause too much stress for the angels and discus. Also,
goldfish is the common pleco.
But you know what? Those angelfish. Maybe you're not even talking about my tank, Bunny. I'm not sure. I know, right, Bunny? When she told me that, she said, I don't know if my goldfish ate the angel. I was like, no, your goldfish are dirty, funky, stinky fish, and your angel's not. Angels with goldfish is criminal, right? Goldfish need to be in a species-only tank. Exactly. Well, she definitely learned that quick. It was a tough lesson, and I told her that, and she just was like, oh, yeah, yep. Yep, they are cold water fish. Yep, you're absolutely right. So that was one that didn't have to bite the dust that did. But now she knows, so, you know, that knowledge you can't take from her. So I know she won't do it again. And if she does, she won't be doing it with my fish. Minnows with goldfish. Even with pleco, I feel like it's a disservice to the pleco. I debate about white clouds with goldfish, but I always worry that they'll accidentally snack on them. Yes, amazing diver man. We've said that. Yes, sir. Ortiz, I'll see you in class. Oh, I won't see you tomorrow, Ortiz. I'll see you on Wednesday. Okay, I see you on Wednesday anyway. All right. Have a good day at school tomorrow, Ortiz, and I'll talk to you later. There he is.
Is that a fighter? Oh, Angel Spunk.
What up, Funk?
I can see myself in Garcia's glasses, the glare.
You say
What
what?
else, man?
I can see the glare of myself in Garcia's glasses.
Relax, fool.
You got
All right. So, like I was saying to you before,
finally, the angel expert finally wants to come up.
The
Talk your talk.
that thing where the angel was going straight up and down. I've seen that before,
Okay.
and honestly, I have never seen a fish make it past 5 hours after they do that.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? I've never seen them live 5 hours. It's pretty much a death sentence. You know what I mean? It's like,
What is it though? Is it?
okay? So let me tell you.
Swim
See,
bladder?
no, it's not a swim bladder. It's like a disorientation because they're about to die. But let me tell you because I study this stuff in my fish when I see stuff. You know what I mean? Like I get real curious as to why they're doing it. I mean, yeah, if I started throwing a whole bunch of medications in there, I could have probably stopped it. But at the same time, then I wouldn't know what caused it. You know what I'm saying? So, okay, so recently, my female angelfish died. Now, immediately before she was doing this, I say last week, she laid a clutch of eggs. All right. In my opinion, if an angelfish is breeding, that's the ultimate sign of good health, because that's the last thing a fish does. That's the last thing a fish does. They ain't thinking about hanky panky unless everything all the conditions is perfect. That's just me. So a week ago, this fish's health was 100% where she felt healthy enough to produce spawn. And here it is. Nothing changed. Nothing changed with the food. Nothing changed with the tent. Nothing changed. And then all of a sudden, she's swimming straight up and down. And then dead. I immediately.
This just happened to you recently.
Just happened to me like a week ago. You know what I'm saying? And then you come with me with this child who has an angelfish doing basically the same thing. Sometimes it just happens, man. Like I said, this fish, huh?
Are they old? Is it
No, it's not an age thing because they can live up to 10 years.
How about the inbreeding? That could be
it. Coventry was mentioning inbreeding, and I actually have a theory about that. Angelfish, because they are so prolific breeders and because they are a staple in the hobby, inbreeding is a serious issue with angelfish. So is it possible that inbreeding can cause a shortened lifespan? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? What? Was everyone talking about Bruno? No.
Hey, Toski, dog. He's so Toski's smart with it. I love it.
So 100% inbreeding can cause all types of stuff. Shortened lifespan.
We don't talk about Bruno. He told me my fish would die the next day. Yeah. No.
My personal thing that I don't think a lot of people think about when they talk, especially when they talk about not an age thing. Yeah, no, not an age thing. I don't think a lot of people talk about acclimation when it comes to pH. All right, pH. It takes a fish months to truly acclimate to pH. It don't take that 15 minutes or 2 hours with the drip. No, it takes months for a fish to truly acclimate. And in that time, you know, that it's having a pH issue, ain't no telling what it could be susceptible to.
So
Now,
let me answer this. So, Bunny, out of the 4 angels, 3 kids lost angels. The kid with the goldfish, which was destined to happen, had she told me that, I never would have gave it to her. So I really am counting these 2. The one that has the fish going up and down, and then 1 more.
I honestly, because it happened to the same batch in 3 different locations in 3 different tanks, you got to question the durability of the fish, because your fish in your school that have been in a stable environment this whole time are doing fine. But once the circumstances change, these fish had a problem adapting. So it could be like Coventry was talking about with the inbreeding, they just couldn't handle the change. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
And
So,
that's what I'm leading to.
It could be a shock.
go ahead. Go ahead, Garcia.
No, I'm saying, like Funk was saying about adapting. It could be like they just got into a shock from being moved so much.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to ask. Is it if I had waited more months, like let's say I kept them all through the winter and gave them to them in January, it wouldn't have changed.
I get what you're saying. Like if you had them longer and you bulked them up and help, you know, with honestly, I don't think that if they was at 100% now, 100% in 3 months from now wouldn't make a difference. Personally, in my opinion, they were big enough that because I know how big they was. Now anything smaller than a quarter, I consider very delicate to change. When they're bigger than a quarter, they're a little bit more stronger. Angelfish are cichlid, so they can take a little bit more extra. You know, they're not as delicate as what people think. You know, they see all the pretty fins and all that stuff, and they think delicate. They're not as delicate as people think.
Well, I like where Toski is going with this, because I did threaten them that they better not overfeed my fish. So they've been feeding them once every other day.
What was they feeding them?
A pinch of food, huh?
What were they feeding them?
A mixture of tropical fish flakes with brine shrimp.
Okay, now you got to ask them how much brine shrimp were they feeding them. You know what I mean?
I just gave them some variety in their tropical fish.
Oh, okay.
Nothing like by itself. So it's all mixed together, and that's just the new batch that I just made. But other than that, it's been tropical.
I'm curious about what their pH was. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't have no control over that. I mean, they do, but they don't. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And because I mean, you know, the pH stress might have made them susceptible to some other stuff. If I was you, because of the curiosity in me, I would try and take one of the fish that you have in your class and take them home and see what happens. Does the same thing happen at your house that happened at these kids' house? You know what I mean?
I got one left. I could take them this. I'll go and get them tomorrow.
Yeah, I'd be curious about that.
My 29 with my Danios and see what happens.
Yeah, and me personally, I don't think Danios. Now.
But Toski did say this. He said maybe in the effort to not overfeed, they fed them just at pinch and they got out
competed by the Daniels, quite possibly. And somebody also mentioned
they go straight to the food, like.
Yeah, but you gotta figure, man, those Daniels are just way faster than the Angels, man.
Yeah,
you know, they swarm that food. That's a possibility. I don't know. I'd have to see what the fish look like. Are their bellies sunken in? You know, I did a video on what to look for, and one of the things is angelfish should have a slightly bulged belly, in my opinion. Because
Coventry.
angelfish. Hey, what's up, Coventry?
Yeah.
Angelfish are voracious eaters, and they should always be hungry. Not saying that you should feed them all the time, but they should always be hungry. Father
Right.
Fish say hungry fish is a healthy fish. I 100% believe that. But somebody said, well, maybe the Daniels stress the angels out. If the like in an ordinary scenario, when everything is perfect and everybody's healthy, no, the Daniels would not stress them out. Now, if the angel was already in a stressed out situation, maybe because of the pH, don't know, then they could be stressed out even more by Daniels. But
I guess I'm tripping because when I feed them at the school, don't matter. Them Danios they can go whatever they want. Those angelfish Bogart in my tank here with the German Rams and the Bichers, and even in front of a Bicher, these angels are eating. So I didn't. But you're like you said, if they're sickly, that might be.
And that could come from, like Coventry said, sickly, not adapting to change. Could be because of inbreeding. You know what I mean? I 100%. Inbreeding is a big problem with angels. Huge problem.
Okay.
Well, and it's kind of, think of it like the what's the fish that has the, because I'm not a fish tuber, right? And I'm not a fish person. So the flower horns, right? So there's a lot of inbreeding that goes on with flower horns, and they're either really great or they're not. There's a lot of inbreeding that goes on with betas, because once you get the gorgeous beta and the showfish, everybody wants to reproduce that.
Want to start them out.
And if you're small, but you're a fish breeder, you're not like, what's the Dean? You're not Dean, because he's the first thing that comes to mind. Dean from Aquarium, that works with Aquarium Co-op, who's a master breeder and is separating his fish. If you're not doing those things, inbreeding comes really into play. And I will take this one step further, because I've got this tank that has the babies from the fish from the large tank, and I am very reluctant to introduce them into that tank because they're mamas and papas, and they're gonna breed, and that's never a good thing. So I think I really do think that plays into part of the story and part of the experience and part of the learning experience. And I think that learning experience is important for your students, because it gives such a broad spectrum of not just water parameters, not just this, but it plays into the genetics role as it relates to ecology. And that's what you're doing, right? So pulling that in to the story, I think is incredibly important. In the same token, when you are a teenager and you are super excited, or you're a newbie into this space, and you got a new fish and it crashes on you, it's devastating. It's absolutely devastating, because you think you did something wrong.
And you know what? I am glad that it happened while they can still come to me at school, let me know everything that went down, and I can let them know that it happens. Because had they did this without me, without someone to talk to, they'd be done with the hobby. They are still,
absolutely.
They are still very much wanting to be a part of the hobby. They are still wanting to know what happened. They want to fix it, and they want to try it again. So I am super excited about that part of it, and that was the whole reason why I wanted to do this, to get those misconceptions out the way,
to keep them in the hobby, even when stuff like this devastating goes down, and let them know that it's not always your fault.
Exactly.
Let's fix it.
And that's a super important learning lesson, I think.
For sure.
As you're going through school, I think those learning lessons are really important.
I actually saw, and I want to say it was a comment, but I can't remember if it was on Facebook or YouTube, where somebody had said, and I wanted to reply, but I wouldn't be able to reply my normal, ha, I'm gonna stick it to you with a smile. It was gonna be nasty, and I just stood away from it. And what they said was, if your fish don't die of old age, is because you killed them. And I want to be like, what? Really? Like,
no,
that's some bullshit. Yeah, like that's just a ridiculous statement to make, because like I said, sometimes their DNA had them punching their ticket at a certain time. It's just that's just how it is. And they shouldn't feel bad about it. They should.
No,
they should actually question what happened. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, let's be real. Yeah. You started this thing in a learning environment. They should carry that on into the house. Well, what happened? I noticed the fish was fine. It was eating. It was doing everything. And then, I mean, ask them that. What happened the days prior to that? Let's try and figure that out. And if all three of them have the same, just like any other scientific theory test, if all three of them have the same answers, well then there's only one conclusion. So
Chrono says, I am never keeping dwarf Grammies again for that reason. So devastating to lose them for no pinpointable reason. It could do it to you. It definitely would do it to you.
I think
betas will do the same thing, and I'll give you a very interesting story. So Drew, that I had Miles. He was this beautiful mustard gas fish from KG Tropicals.
Yeah.
And he got fin rot. He flippin' tanked.
Oh.
And I actually had to euthanize him, and I had to look up how to humanely euthanize a fish. Not a fun thing, by the way. But I had another beta that I had grabbed from PetSmart because he was flashy. He was all the good things. I scrubbed this tank, changed gravel, everything changed, and in this tank, and moved the tank from one side of my desk to the other, and this fish is now going through exactly the same thing that Miles did. So there is something in this tank that is driving fin rot.
Yeah.
Two different fish from two different places, and I'm at a loss. I'm at a loss.
Yeah, I'm looking at.
I'm at a loss.
It says fish don't die for no reason. It's a fact, but it's so many underlying issues that you just can't pinpoint. You're just trying to figure it out.
True, and I agree. Like there are mistakes that are made. I agree 100%.
Sure.
But to make the statement that all fish must live to old age, if not, it's your fault. I was a little. I mean, no, don't get me wrong. I've killed many fish, and it was my fault. But to make that statement that like every fish ever bought, should only die of old age, that was a little ridiculous to me. And in fact, you should write this down when you have your kids in the class. And I mean, on the chat.
Who said that?
Huh?
Who said that every fish should live to old age?
That's what I'm saying. I saw it I couldn't remember. It was a comment. I couldn't remember. It was Facebook.
In my chat?
No, I don't remember where I saw it.
He thinks he saw it on Facebook.
Oh, okay.
Probably. That sounds
in a
like
Facebook group.
Facebook. That sounds Spacebook sounds about right.
Yeah. So you should actually write this down, and when you have the kids up here talking, about their
When I have the
experience.
kids up here, I expect you guys to come up here and talk
That's
to them
fine.
too.
But you need to ask the question to the chat, just so that your kids can see. Ask the chat, everybody in the chat, 2 numbers. How many years you've been in the hobby, and how many fish you think you have killed or has died under your watch. So that they don't feel
That's
so
a
bad.
really great question.
You know what I mean?
That's
So they
actually
don't
a
feel
really
so
great
bad.
question.
So they don't feel so
That
bad.
sounds like a hotspot question.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah.
I know I killed a whole bunch.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
So,
man.
even in Russia, just setting up the tank and not even testing out the water, just get in the fish that I want and put it in.
Man, I killed a tank full of fish, man.
Going forward, though,
in the prime, because I think I either tried to you turn off the water or you didn't want it to overflow, and then boom, boom, blam, and I was like, why are these fish dying?
I also believe wholeheartedly that some people are predetermined to be better at keeping some fish than others.
Agree.
Fish keeping Jamaica been keeping fish for the longest. He keeps his fish in a very natural type setting, and he'll tell you he can't keep an angelfish to save his life. I, on the other hand, I feel like just my natural tendencies on keeping fish just happens to be very conducive to angelfish. Going forward though, Drew, with your class, honestly, I would try my hardest, and this is just my opinion, for first-time fish keepers. I'll say this to the day I die. What's the best fish for first-time fish keepers? Barbs. I think barbs are some of the hardest to kill, but they run into issues when you try and put other fish with them. But if you want them to have a good experience and be able to make some mistakes, I personally think tiger barbs, albino tiger barbs, green tiger barbs are the strongest fish for beginners. Very active.
When I top off, I do add water conditioner. I don't know about anybody else.
What?
When you
I
top
do
off,
too.
you add water conditioner.
Yeah.
Yeah, you really should in every situation.
Yeah.
Over 100, says Scuba Steve. I done killed 100 easy.
Yesterday.
Yeah.
Hey, fun. How about the black convicts for a beginner?
Black convicts are cool, but I mean, for a 10-gallon, these kids are gonna want to put multiple fish in there. They just gonna want to do it.
You know what was the size on those? I don't remember the size on the angels that came through for those 10 gallons. Were they small enough that they were okay with the 10 gallons?
They looked to me, when I saw them, they looked to me at about bigger than a quarter, which in my opinion puts them in a very safe range.
Yeah. I would. Yeah.
See, and look, every fish that you mentioned, there's somebody that sucks at them. Like, this is my first time successfully keeping guppies. I got guppies, Danios, and some swordtails in a gallon. And this is my first time having puppy guppy.
I can't breathe a guppy to save my life.
Guppy puppy?
I can't even keep a guppy to save my life. And I have killed probably about 50 guppies.
Oh, dude.
And they have come from different, I cannot keep a guppy to save my life.
Yeah.
It's not and they're beautiful and they're flashy and they're, but it's not my fish.
I said
it doesn't work for me.
Scuba Steve-O says I suck at barbs, and Funk said barbs are some of the hardiest beginner fish that you should start with.
I've never seen anybody suck at barbs.
It's gonna be somebody that just, hey yo.
Why you gotta be different, Scuba Steve? Scuba Steve gotta be different.
I got a guppy.
Saints does Aquarium. Thank you for coming through, man. Hey, watch the end of this because I have.
Wait. Garcia was talking, and I missed what he was saying. Sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
You got guppies, and
he was just clearing his throat. Right.
He's saying the alphabet.
Go ahead, Garcia.
Garcia sounded like that when he was 3. Go ahead.
That's okay. I know you're trying to get back at me, Spunk, but that's okay. I'll let that one slide.
Go ahead, Garcia.
We got these guppies for the past 2 months. I got them from a guppy breeder that I met. And his guppies, when I put them in my 10-gallon with the sponge filter, they just thriving in there. They're doing real good.
Yeah.
Hold on. Before we finish, I want everybody, before I lose people real quick. Next Monday, December the 19th. All right. For those of you guys that were helping me with turkeys, the hams giveaway is going to be I'm gonna have the giveaway. Okay, so make sure that you guys that are donating for hams, I'll put numbers. I'll put those on there, and plus those that didn't show up for that Thanksgiving turkey. Me and Consolidated Fish Farms has talked. For the hams, he's going to do either 8 or 10 $25 gift certificates to his store, right? And I'm gonna do something too. So make sure that you guys are there. And we are going to give away those. I think he has 2 more 50s that did not get claimed. So we are going to we're going to respin for those. And I have a gift card that did not get claimed. And I'm going to respin for those. And the rules are you must be in attendance. If you do not claim it at the time of, we are respinning right then and there. I did not say that last time, so I want to make sure I say it this time. And I'll say it again next time so that we can make sure that all prizes go out to people in attendance. Just putting it out there. I forgot who was talking.
I got a question about your kids' tanks.
Okay.
What temperature did you have them? Did you recommend they put it at?
They didn't have heaters.
They didn't have heaters?
Oh.
No.
I don't know the temperature range of a Daniel. Temperature. All right, so here's the thing with temperature and angels. I always find is funny because in the Amazon, and this now, mind you, you can't really compare Amazonian angelfish to designer angelfish because it's not really a fair comparison. But there are times where in the Amazon the water does get, the temperature drops. I don't really think that the getting at 70 degrees, I mean, it could cause stuff because their metabolism slows down. With their metabolism slowing down, maybe. I don't really. The problem I'm having is 3 different tanks, 3 different locations, 3 different kids. That's my big issue. You know what I'm saying?
Which is what makes me think it's genetics. It makes me think, just like you said, it was a bad batch.
Yeah.
And that happens.
Well,
I just want to change the conversation for 1 second. Coventry, I haven't forgot you.
Yes, you did.
I haven't forgot you.
I know he hasn't.
I just been too little too busy and I forgot you.
No worries. I'm
got
good.
It's fun.
Oh, go ahead. Oh, no. All right, so look. Here is the shit. All right. The angels that are in the 55-gallon in the school, the majority of them, I put a heater in there in the school. Okay. But the platies, no heater. The guppy tank, no heater. When they were picking on that other angelfish, I scooped them out, put them right into the platy tank, and he had no issues.
Yeah, that fish was getting beat up because it was a dominant male.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I remember that thing.
Different tank that had no heater, and he was.
Yeah, that's why I don't really feel the temperature is the problem. Like I
Bunny keeps hers at 70, 72. You said you've kept yours in a little cooler too, or no?
They've been down that low. I don't do it. I don't do it on a regular as a habit. I had them outside. The temperature dropped before I could get the thing, but
Should I get
not.
these kids the small heaters? Put in there.
Oh well, that'll give them a whole lot more options with the heaters. You know what I'm saying?
But make sure when you, I think maybe one of the things that you need to consider doing is giving them a ecology field notebook. It's a tiny rainwater notebook that they can record whether it be behavior, whether it be quality, whether it be temperature, whatever it is, because you can't, without that information, you really can't start making decisions and considering what's happened, right? You need the data. You need the data. And then I would argue that as you move through time with these students, that those that take fish home, when they're the same fish, you start collecting data over time and years, and you start generating this really robust, really cool data set. Here's where I live. Here's what my room temperature is. I have a heater. I don't have a heater. And I think it's another lesson in, because what you do is not just about fish with your kids.
Yeah.
It's not just about fish. It's also about teaching them life experiences, how to present, how to analyze information. And when you have a collective data set over time, how to use statistics, those types of things, which I think play just as an important part in that.
Absolutely.
And
go ahead.
Because it's just like Funk said, it's not just about temperature. It's not just about this. Yeah. It's not just about that. You got the same batch of angelfish from one breeder, and just like Funk, I am right there with Funk.
Yeah.
That's to me.
You know what?
Go ahead, Garcia.
For this to be my
I like that idea that you're talking about doing like a little journal to keep track of everything.
Yeah.
It's the best thing to do.
You know what?
And then they can test the water and they can write down what was the temperature of the water and the pH. It has too much ammonia.
They did their water changes and all of that stuff that they observed the fish happening afterwards. Yeah, I think that's.
I honestly think that would be a good discussion to have in class with the kids that do have.
Yeah.
Because they can talk to each other. You do what? You do what? I'm gonna try that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think that would be fun.
They're all in the same class.
Oh, they're not?
No. And these kids technically, I can probably pull them in on lunch or maybe on mine, but that'll be taken away from some of their other studies. So,
how's that aquarium club? Anime club.
Yeah, they can't go. Some of them can't come after school because they have jobs. Because these are seniors and juniors that we're talking about. So I really they really actually kind of get with me on Instagram.
Yeah,
I really think I could pull them all together if I did an Instagram live with them, or if they're able to come on a Monday night here with me or something.
That'd be awesome. Yeah. I got a question. It's a question that I ask at different times because I think it's fun. It's a question. Do you guys have what you consider is a secret weapon on keeping fish? Like with me, for some reason, I believe I have a good track record of keeping fish because I like highly oxygenated water. And in my head, I'm like, that's why I'm better than everybody else. But do you have like something that you do religiously, whether it be an old wives' tale, like, oh, I only put the air pump on the right side, or you know what I mean? Like, There's something. With me, it's oxygen. I was watching a thing on dinosaurs, and they said that the bugs grew so big during the dinosaur era, Cretaceous, whatever the hell you want to call it. I don't know what some era, because it was the oxygen in the atmosphere was really high. So the circulation of the blood and everything just grew bigger. So I was like, I'm gonna apply that to my fish, and I feel like that's why I have good luck. Whether it's true or not, I don't know. That's what I do. Do you have a secret weapon?
My secret weapon is love.
Love your fish?
Is love. I talk to my fish every flipping day, just like I talk to my cat, just like I talk to my dogs before they passed away. They lived to 14 years old. In fact, my husband today very specifically said, it's not normal to have that kind of conversation with your cat. She's 12. Cats live a long time. And I'm a plant person. I talk to this guy every day. He's gorgeous. He's stunning. He makes me happy. And I think and I would argue that if you're somebody that cooks, when you cook with love versus cooking because you have to, those are two very different meals, even though they're the same meal. So when you give it the love, what's that?
Or you could cook with hate.
Oh, well, yeah. And when you cook with hate, but I think that when you do things with love and good intention, the universe kind of shines on you just a little bit. And that's my weirdness.
I am so happy you were mentioning cooking. I've been watching and binge watching this YouTube guy with these shorts. He pretends to be an old guy with these glasses. He looks through the blinds at some of these people that's making these dinners, and it's terrible. And he's like just commenting when they're making the dinner. First, I start with a block of cheese. He said, "So you're not even going to cook the macaroni, huh?"
I see that dude. Yeah.
He's like, "Ooh, it's got my stomach bubbling." He said, "I think I need it. Hello, police." And then he just farts at the end, like.
and let me be clear, Lady R. I'm not a dinosaurologist. I don't know. I don't know the exact. Somebody else said something about that, and I'm like, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I watched Jurassic Park 15 times, so I know a little something about a triceratops.
You want to know? You want to know what? You want to know what Scuba Steve's secret weapon is? He motorboats his fish tank every day at 3:00, just in the water, and he thinks that's why his.
If it works,
I overfiltrate.
And I think that's part of the process. Does it work? Because if it works, then you're good.
It only works when your electricity goes out. You can do that and save your fish, but I don't know on a regular basis.
I'm an overfiltrator. Like I'll put like a Penguin 350 with a title, some sponge filters. All
right, so let me ask you this: are you an overfiltrator or over biological filtrator? Because there's a difference. I mean, you could have crystal clear water and no beneficial bacteria. Or not enough, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I end up overfiltrating because I'm so used to having an overstocked tank. I'm used to having African cichlids, and so with me overstocking the tank, I automatically overfiltrate, and it still sticks with me even though I went down to the smaller fish. Like I've got a 29 gallon with like 240 gallon sponge filters in it. It might be overkill.
No, so you're an over biological filtrator, which I don't think you can do, but
yeah.
No, I would agree. I don't think you can do that either.
Biological filtration, I don't think you can do that.
Yeah.
The biological filtration is gonna match whatever the tank produces. If you have a lot of surface area, but you're not overfeeding your tank. You're doing regular water changes. You're not gonna grow like an abundance because you have all this extra surface area. It's gonna.
Mexicali.
What?
Yeah.
Oh,
Sorry.
what's up, George? Liquid Rock, what is up?
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I tend to do that. My apologies.
Yeah, I agree with Liquid Rock too. It'll
So-
find its happy space.
Yes.
It'll find its happy
Yes.
space.
Yeah.
In your opinion, Punk,
Oh shit.
do you like the canisters and the sponge filter better than the handbags?
I'm a sponge filter all day long.
This dude, Scuba Steve, is for real.
Okay. After I started using the sponge and the canisters, I forgot all about the handbags.
You know what? The only thing I found hang on the back. Okay, so first of all, hang on the back filters. Every filter has its pros and cons. You know what I mean? Hang on the back filtration.
Oh my god!
I think up to like 55, it's kind of like, you know what I'm saying? I don't think unless you have like a whole row across the back of your tank. I do like hang on the back filtrations for additional filtration, biological filtration, or like I gotta hang on the back. I got sponge filters, but my water is kind of got particles in it. Well, you can get a hang on the back filter, an old one, and fill that full of filter floss. Or you feel like you don't have enough biological filtration, but you do have this old hang on the back. Well, you can fill that up with lava rock. You know what I mean? So I like them for that, but not necessarily.
I'll probably fill the hell out of those joints.
Yeah.
But K Works is, look at this. I got a sump with a fluidized media bed and the aquaponics grow bed, 9 inches of substrate over my underground filter, power head, not air driven, internal filter pushing water to the hang breeder, all on the same tank.
9? I thought I was gonna be crazy and do like 4 or 5 inches. Homeboy got 9.
I clearly am a horrible fish keeper.
Why?
Horrible. I don't.
How
You know,
How horrible?
There are no horrible
my fish somehow survive for the most part, but
fish keeping.
wow, holy crap!
Everybody got their own ways of doing it. Whatever works for them. You know, like it drives me nuts when people say you got to do this or you need to do or this should be like this. It's like no. The best I can provide, you know, with the information that I have, and make it work. Then that, I don't care if you have PVC undergravel filter, and that's what I love undergravel filters, by the way. You know what I mean? Put yourself, you know, like it's just the people who's so, as a matter of fact, drive me nuts.
Y'all are way out of my league.
Why?
Way out of my league. Well, because the reality is, and I think this is important maybe for your students, Drew, is when you're thinking about filtration, we are automatically going to the things that are really expensive and really hard to acquire. And I think that plays a role in. So I've got a 39-gallon with a hang-on back that I clean every 14 days. It's got my angels, it's got my Dalmatian mollies, it's got lemon tetras. It's a really nice community tank. It's got live plants, it's got gravel, it's got all the things. But apparently my hang-on back isn't good enough.
No,
but
that's not what I'm saying at all.
But no. But point being is, it works for me.
Yeah, 100%.
And it works for my fish. And my fish are healthy. They're thriving. They're all of the things, right? So I think sometimes as fish keepers, And as seasoned fish keepers, we need to be careful about what we recommend and how, not what we recommend, but how we recommend it, right? Because what works for you, just like you said, you know, how do you keep your fish alive? I keep my fish alive with love.
Now,
and I think the love that I put into my tanks helps keep my fish alive, even with a master's degree in freshwater ecosystems. Even I think that's part of it.
It's the love. It's the love that's keeping them alive, because it's what's driving you to do what it takes to keep them alive, because you love them.
And don't get me wrong. I'm not saying hang on the back. I just said when I started, you know, there's a place for all these filters. With me, when I'm breeding fish, I'm overfeeding. When I'm growing fish out, I'm overfeeding. So a hang on the back filter is constantly getting clogged. So, but with you who have a set community that's set, then most definitely. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying for me, hang on the back filters do not work for me, because they are constantly getting clogged and dirty. They're sucking up baby fish. So the angels are breeding on the downpipe. So that's why I'm saying I don't do hang on the back.
I think it's very important that you say for me.
Yeah, for me.
When I
for me.
In my videos and everything else, I said I'm doing this. I did this.
Yeah.
It worked for me. You know what I'm saying? So like crawl up my ass if it didn't work for you. That's on you.
Yeah, and you know from the beginning, I in my channel, I don't believe in the word can't. I don't believe in the word you can't do something. With a little bit of imagination and knowledge over how things work, you can get it done. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be, you know, just sponge filters, just undergraft, or hang on the backs. I'm just saying for me, hang on the back and canister filters are not, they don't work.
They don't work.
Yeah, not for me. But for some people, like for instance, I was talking to Biz about getting an African cichlid tank of all OBs. If I do that though, I have a marine land canister filter, which will be a must for that tank. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey,
I'll tell you what, not necessarily, because go ahead, Garcia, what you say?
The OB blueberries that you've been looking for, I found the person.
Oh yeah? I'll call you later.
All right.
I was about to say that what I was just doing back here is hooking up my very first canister filter. George had to jump on earlier with me so I could figure this thing out. So what's cracking, Big Cat? Inside, indoor fish keeping inside. What's cracking? I'm about to see if I can get this damn thing working, because this is my first time trying a canister filter on the 75-gallon, because I've got some pretty OBs that I don't want to get. I don't want them to get jammed up with this big Starry Night. So they're all going, and I'm gonna fill this thing up with them. And I still have, but this is my first time with the canister. And when you said that the canister is a must for someone that hasn't used canister but has been keeping plenty of African fish, African, cichlids, not necessarily. Like I put 2 360 penguins on the back of a 55-gallon and 2 big sponge filters in that tank, and it was perfectly fine. Yeah. So, if you can figure out, it just depends on your preference and what you can deal with.
Another thing,
and this canister filter, if this thing doesn't work when I plug it up, it might not be what I want to deal with, like straight up.
But like another thing that that drives me nuts about hang on the back is my OCD kicks in when a tank has this much gap from the wall. So these are all little things where I'm like, that's not, you know what I mean? A 75-gallon be damn near halfway into the living room because it's gotta be, because I got an aqua clear, it's this big, and it's, you know what I mean? So for me, and every time I put in a sponge filter with my Central Americans, I know it's completely different with Africans. They pick at it, and now it's got little divots taken out of it, and I don't like the look of it. So for me, I'd rather have the canister filter off to the side.
See,
Hey,
that's just
and that's your love language when it comes to fish.
Yeah.
Right. So,
Yeah.
and I think you know what, you bring up a very important component of fish keeping. How the aesthetics make you feel.
Yeah. I can't
because when the aesthetics meet your expectations and they're amazing, you're gonna do a little bit more, right? Just a little bit more. And I think that's a really important piece too that nobody talks about.
Yeah. But yeah,
Hey,
that's like
how many times am I supposed to prime this damn thing to get it working?
Once.
Wait, what?
You just do it until all the air's out, brother. You got a little. You have your vents open.
Man, I don't. Huh?
You have your hoses open in the open position.
Man, I don't know. I locked everything in place and I put the out with the in and the in with the out.
How you get the Franks on top of the beans and the beans on top of the Franks?
In through the outdoor.
So, do you have a cutoff valve on your hoses where you could turn the water on and off on the hoses? They're usually right in front of the disconnects.
Oh shit! On this?
Yeah.
Oh, you can't. Hold on.
Sure.
Nobody gave him a destruction manual. Clearly, nobody gave him a destruction manual.
No. He can do it all his own.
This instruction manual is a destruction manual. Look at this damn thing.
No, every manual is a destruction manual.
Hey, look, I looked at all of these pictures, man. It's not working.
When I have a canister, I usually put water in it before I put the top on.
See, that's what
just
I'm
so that
saying.
there's less air.
But Mexico pump that joint. I done pumped it like 20 times, G.
If you don't have any water in it and it's a big canister, that's not a lot.
But the way I did mine, when I got my first FX4, the first thing that I did before opening the box, I went to Caveman Aquatics video, how to set it up, and he did it so perfect, step by step, and I just did it the way he did it, and every time I have to clean it or anything like that, to this day, I still watch the video.
Which one does he have? He has the
FX6.
Yeah, he ain't got no OIC.
It's the same thing though. They all pretty much the same as far as how to start them.
If you're still having problems with it, just go on YouTube and look it up, and you can see it because they'll show you step by step.
Man, you got a whole chat full of fish keepers here that know how to do it. Listen, do you have water in the when you put the thing back together? I would have filled up as much as I could with water so that there's less air in it, and it just helps you out in the long run. Secondly, your hoses have ball valves where you turn them to close the water off or on. If you have them in the off position, you're not allowing the water to actually suck down the hose. You know what I'm saying?
And the way I do mine,
he can't hear you. We've lost him.
And the way I do it also, when I open that up, but before I open it up, I put at least a gallon of water in that in the canister, and then open it up into the open position, and then I let it pump by itself.
Okay, so just like your hang on the back, pour the water in the back of it to get it already filled up.
It helps. Yes, it helps a lot.
All right.
Is there water in that tank? Because
Yeah.
it doesn't really look. It doesn't look like there's water in that
I don't
tank.
think there is water in that tank. She's talking about the one to your left, the black one.
Yeah, it's hella water in there.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's got a black background.
In that canister, do you have water in it?
No.
Put at least
Okay, they twice told you need to put water in the flipping canister.
Hey, look.
Twice.
Get off my back, lady. I just
Both of that. Twice.
I just heard him say that. I just turned it off.
But be careful when you open it up, just because you don't know if there's any spiders in there.
Oh, come on, man, with the bullshit.
I can't.
You ought to be ashamed of yourself with some damn spiders.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's some shit.
It's a very serious phobia, a phobia.
Now I know what to get you for Christmas.
Hey, stop playing with me, man.
It'll be a late birthday present.
Yo, Biz, do you have the bowl valves open? In the open position. Do you have the ball valves in the open position on your hoses, your intake and outtake?
Oh, is these? What's
Yep, those are exactly the ones.
All right, so hold on. It don't say open. It just says minimum and maximum. What, I gotta take a computer and open them up?
No, I honestly, yo, I don't know what you're looking at, so I wouldn't do it.
How about this?
No idea
Before you put any water in there, come back to the front and show us how you have it.
All right.
Can you carry it over? Carry it over so the noobs can see too, because we want to experience the canister.
I want to laugh at you. They want to experience. I want to laugh.
No, I kind of want to learn.
All right, so hold on.
And I learned from other people not looking at the destructions.
Put yourself on the big screen.
Oh, okay, all right, hold on a second. All right, so look, this part right here. That's what you're talking about. Make sure it's minimum and maximum. It don't say.
No. Follow the hose all the way to the canister. You should see follow it down.
Right here.
Yeah. Is there a valve where you can open and close it?
No.
No, it doesn't look like it.
It just unlocks and locks.
Does that whole
okay? So that might
with the hoses connected.
Say that again.
Does it have a little? I'm not too familiar with that one. Can you pull some of them? You can pull the whole plate off with the hoses still connected. Is that one like that?
Of course, Liquid Rock. You can come up. All right, what you say?
I'd have to see the real thing, man. Honest to God, to be honest with
you. It looked just like this.
Biz, just take the camera to where you have it at.
Yeah,
that's a whole lot of. All right, hold on.
All
right, hold on a second.
A whole lot of things, but you want to get it done, right? You want to get it pumping, right?
I see it straight up chastising your ass. Tell him, Garcia.
Oh, and now he froze.
Bring him in. Oh, you muted. Drew, you're muted.
And frozen.
Yeah, no shit. Oh,
go.
Because he was switching.
Yeah. All right, let's see what we got going on here.
He's still muted, though.
Good, we don't have to hear him.
Yeah, but then he can't hear us. Can you hear us?
Yeah, he can hear us when he's muted. Well, he can hear us.
We can't
Shut
hear
up,
you.
Paul.
Oh, I love this chat.
Oh shit!
a spider.
Oh lordy, lordy.
No, my 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 damn
Get it out.
power strip almost fell into that 15-gallon tank.
Oh shit.
Right. Oh shit.
That's problematic, by the way. Just
It's way worse than your spider.
check out them socks, man.
All right, so here we go.
Hold up, wait. Let me look.
All right. So it says in and it says out, but it doesn't have.
It doesn't have a valve, huh?
No valve.
So if you took that top off, water would just spew out.
No.
Was that brand new when you got it?
They used it at Aquashella and gave it away.
So
Hey, how's it going, everybody?
Liquid Rock Aquatic.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey,
And
Bill,
now
go back.
Now it's a party.
If you took that top off, water would just pour out.
No, the top is off.
I know, but if water was in it, if it doesn't have a valve to turn off the hose, gravity feed, that gravity feed would just pour water out all over the floor.
No,
it has to be a shut off.
I've got an FX6 if you want to look at it.
Look.
Drew, it's easier if you add water into that canister. That way it'll help you prime it. Add
So
water in
fill
it.
it all the way up to the top of the grate.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
All right.
definitely do that. Yeah.
And then that makes more. Okay, that sounds more like what I'm used to with my hang on the backs.
It's too bad nobody said that earlier.
Have you been telling them that,
Hey,
son?
first of all, I had to get all the way over here.
So did Garcia.
No, first of all, hey, hold on. Hey, shut up!
The water bill gotta get high.
Hey, listen. First of all, I had to go over here to get to the thing to turn it off so that I can put the water in. You never gave me a chance.
I'm back with you, man. Chill out.
Don't worry, the water bill on.
You never gave me a chance.
Don't cry.
No wonder you never
I
You're trying to dry start it.
Yo, Bish, you just being like somebody else we know, trying to blame it on somebody else.
Hey, man.
I'm gonna get me a 75-gallon, and I'm gonna set up a camera, and I'm gonna make y'all help me set everything up on the 75-gallon.
Coventry, if you wanted to work, I wouldn't recommend that.
Hey, real fast. Hey, Biz, when you get a chance, can you put a liquid rock up big? I want to show you what I'm talking about because I'm kind of worried. I'm kind of worried real fast on that setup you got. Honest to God, if it doesn't have a ball valve to turn the water off of the hoses, I don't see how you're gonna move that without having water. All right, see, he has those valves right there. You see the black with the.
I got clamps.
Oh, he didn't show us the clamps.
Yeah, see,
Mine's got releases here and the ball valves.
No.
So he can turn the water because right now the way I'm looking at your thing, Biz, once you take off, even if you unplug it, once you take off that top, water is still gonna free flow out of that tank.
I'm never gonna take it off.
If I were to unscrew this or to unhook it, it would just start flooding everywhere.
Yeah.
Unless you shut this off first.
Yeah, you have to shut that off. That's how come I kept asking you, do you have ball valves? You should. No. I can't imagine anybody making these things without them.
No, so what I do have is an airtight seal, which is better than ball valves.
No,
it's not.
No, once you go to clean it, water is just gonna go.
Y'all men are some crazy shit.
I'm never gonna clean it.
Yo, man.
Yo, Steve-O!
Look, Funk. When you, it's got a valve. When you close it, it automatically shuts off and everything closes off and the whole piece comes off as one. And
That's what I was asking.
No water comes out. It just shuts off. It like
that's what I was asking. Is it the type where it has a plate and it shuts off at the top?
Yeah, it goes like
okay. That's what I was asking.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey man, hey, you told me to show you. I showed you, fool. Don't ask me that question.
I couldn't see anything because
now they're all helping.
Look.
Now they're all helping.
There it is.
Put some
You still showing me the inside of the canister? I need to see the top of the motor.
Here it is.
Oh, good Lord.
Now, you want to see the fast way to get it started, though?
Suck on it.
Yeah.
No, get yourself a pitcher, and you pop the clamps off after you have your canister filled up and you got the top sealed on. Open up your ball valves. Shit, there goes my light.
This is entertaining to be the only girl up here watching all of this madness.
Hey, are these worth the trouble, man?
Yeah.
Once they're set up, I have one on the tank behind me here. I only clean it about every 9 months.
Yeah, you can go a long time.
What?
I clean the pre-filter about every 2 weeks, but everybody
does canisters different because of the bio load. But for the most part, like I do 3 months.
Yeah, I have a pre-filter I clean every couple weeks.
Yeah,
but the actual canister I only clean out.
That's why I said if I have African cichlids, because there's going to be so many with such a large bio load, I want a canister.
That's
all right. So here they go. Here it is. Here's the top.
All right, y'all are talking over each other.
Yep.
But just Biz, so it don't really matter.
Yeah, but forget Biz. The rest of you are talking over each other.
Forget Biz.
That's problematic for me because I know Biz. All right, let's help him out. Let's hook a dude up here.
All right, pretend I don't have the rest of this on here, and you just have the hose sticking out. You lift this up. And
hey, yo, is that a spider on the wood right there, bro?
Oh my God! You step off, dude. Relax. It's not a spider.
All right.
Yes, it is.
It's a spider exoskeleton.
No. It's a big ass spider.
Funk. Stop, Funk.
Kill it!
All right. No, this is a really big So for the noobs, this is a really big teaching moment.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna chill. Go ahead.
Okay. So your entire system has about 5.5. Say it's got 5.5 gallons of water, and you filled your canister with about 4. And instead of sitting there pushing on a prime button, take your intake hose and get a pitcher and fill it straight from your tank and just start pouring it straight into your intake.
Yep.
Just don't dump it down the back of your tank. Just start dumping it in here because as it fills the runs straight down, it fills the canister. As it fills the canister, it's going to start filling your intake and it's going to push over and start coming out your outflow. Eventually, you're going to get water all the way up. Once you fill it up until it's overflowing, then just curl it down, push it down, put your clips in, and you shouldn't have to prime it at all.
I don't think he can do that because he has hard pipe.
Yeah, and also, yeah.
Oh, do you?
You know what?
You could have some kind of flexible
tubing. If you look at my valves, they're not flexible like that. And there's no hole for me to fill it up.
Biz, can I ask you a question real fast?
The tubing itself. You should have some kind of flexible tubing.
No, he doesn't. It's hard pipe. Biz, let me ask you a question. You got a power head somewhere?
Yeah.
Take the cage off of the intake and put that power head right up in the hose. Put it in the hose.
Okay.
And
Look
that's
at all
how
those cutie little snails in that tank, by the way.
You better take that canister to the sink and fill it up.
Shit. Yeah, you got.
That's nothing. I got those snails. A second. You want to see the
rest of my tank? Did you have that FX on? Liquid
rock. Don't worry, man. There was this one guy who used to walk around his house and it was a pigsty, bro. Like I'd be like, "Yo, why are you showing everybody?" Oh my god, damn! You're infested.
Man, it look like an octopus under the bottom of that mug.
Snails scare me.
Oh. No, I've got a part of a mop down there that floats off of.
What
What's
you growing
that-
in the other
what
than
size tank
snails
is
that you
that?
ever want?
This is a 55 in here. But like
It's
all
a
down
snail.
in these, I put a whole bunch of extra caves in here because I was going to put a whole bunch of baby bristlenose in there. But I've got a bunch of African cichlids, and I just wasn't going to wait for them to get big enough that they wouldn't get eaten. So I just left all the caves, and all the snails started filling them up.
So here's a question for y'all
But
long-term fish keepers from a noob.
Real quick, I was going to show you this. Some people don't like hang-on backs and want the ease of cleaning, but they have something like African cichlids that just plug everything up.
Yep.
This one, I've got some sponged for mechanical,
Mm-hmm.
and then directly under it,
I seen you talking about the pot
Sponge
scrubbies.
ball.
these pot scrubbers.
Oh, the pot scrubbers.
Oh,
They have just insane amounts of
Surface
surface
area.
area.
Yep.
Plus, they allow so much.
plus they
water
have
flow.
copper.
And water
What's
can
that?
flow through
There's
them easy.
copper in there.
No, not these.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they only cost like $1 at the dollar store too for a bundle.
Oh, you can get these in bulk for a lot cheaper.
Word.
But
I have
if you-
those pot scrubbies stuffed in one of my FX6s actually.
Yeah. But they
So much.
get so much. They pass so much water. They treat a lot more water at a time, like per hour, because as like sponges get clogged up, you get stuff going through a bypass. And as these are getting pretty gunked up here.
Yeah, I want to know something I've always wanted to do. I've always wanted to do a sump filter and fill it with Legos.
I don't know.
Just Legos everywhere, and
I
that's
just want to make a Lego tank.
No, biological filtration. Oh, that would be cool.
Yeah, Lego tank would be hard. Hey, Liquid Rock. So yeah, that's a title you got right there. So you just put that in the title. You don't even mess with polyfill underneath that or nothing, or that does the trick.
No, this one. Well, I have a piece of sponge in the very bottom, but otherwise that is complete. This one is completely filled with polyfill, except for this one little spot on the side. I just stuck a square sponge in it.
That's dope.
Yeah, this is nothing but basically mechanical filtration. I mean, it's got some food caught in it just because it worked.
Yeah.
But like this food has worked its way through everything. This
Yeah.
did not,
Oh,
they
wow.
that's how big the holes are. But like all the gaps in this stuff,
Yeah.
it the research paper I read, they called it biofloc or something like that. The kind of brown crap that builds up in your sponges and all that.
Sure.
That's where all the bacteria is that actually does the converting from ammonia to your nitrogen compounds.
That's nice. It's like a super coarse sponge, but super porous. Super porous.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Caveman has a
That
good video
still
about it.
allows. Yeah, that still allows for biologics.
Because, like, say your sponge has got holes this big, it still coats around the outside and still has a passageway for water. So it flows and keeps flowing even when it's completely packed.
I like it.
Have you guys ever seen that YouTube video? I'm sure you have, of the people they make the they're out in India and Asia, Indian and Asia. They're out there in Asia and they make the ponds out of the bricks. And I always think it's funny. I don't think it's funny, I think it's funny, interesting that a lot of times they will use brushes, like brushes hanging.
Like hair brushes?
No, they're like long. They
Fake
almost
brushes?
look like Christmas tree, fake Christmas tree, but they're like blue and stuff. You know the fake limbs on a Christmas tree.
Oh, that's camel.
Yeah.
And they just have it hanging off of PVC, and the water just goes right through all these plastic hairs, and it's the same idea.
You support that?
You know, I always thought that was kind of cool. I'm curious. I always was curious as to what their water parameters were out there with the sponge with the bristles.
All right, you guys. I got a hose right here, and I'm gonna go turn it on and putting it in the canister.
You ain't got a siphon hose? Just
I
siphon some
got a
water
feeling
from.
there's gonna be water all over the place.
I
He's
know,
making
right?
this way too complicated.
I
Seriously.
feel like Biz does not like to get wet though.
You're
So
a
he's
whole
gonna do
jerk.
everything.
You're a jerk,
He's gonna
Uncle
do.
Funk. A whole jerk. Capital JERK. Beef jerk.
He's gonna do everything he can not to get wet.
Just take your damn shoes off.
I don't see
Oh,
why
his
you would
shoes
get
are
wet.
already off.
Okay. Yeah, because you got some brand new Hey Dudes. I know he do. Go ahead and take those off. They're pink.
Oh no, he was in socks. When he was down on his knees, he was in socks.
All right, so take off your little toe socks. I know you got them. And because they're gonna be squishy. You're gonna get squishy toe socks. Ain't nothing worse than squishy toe socks.
You're a jerk.
You're a jerk. So
Hey, y'all, anybody that's here that is still sitting in the chat, if you have not smashed the like button,
you ought to be ashamed of
please
yourself.
do
Oh,
so.
my bad.
Please do so. It makes it makes a difference for engagement.
What's up, Frank? 805.
It doesn't matter.
Wait, 805 is here. Shannon is here.
Frank,
did you
Frankie
see her?
805. Frankie 805 Ox. Wayne's Aquatics. Wayne. Peas and hats forever.
What up, Scuba Steve?
What up, Garcia?
Scuba Steve, why you always
How you been,
motorboating
man?
your fish tank?
It's what works.
Hey, look.
So it overflowed.
Yes. I mean,
Now it's.
Is that a good thing? For the noobs, is that a good well.
No.
I don't know.
Oh,
well, okay, so probably what happened is he pre-filled it a little too much, so when he put the top on, some came out the sides. That's normal.
No,
you normally
okay.
Well, listen, smart guy. It actually floated the stuff up to the top as I was turning it off.
Floated up to the top while he was turning it off. Oh, I see. The media floated up to the top.
To the top.
Yeah. Well, I don't know why you calling me smart guy. You're the one that messed that one up.
No.
Oh my good lord. Y'all are brothers separated at birth.
He would be way better looking if we were.
No joke.
If we shared any kind of DNA, he would look way better.
Very moist.
You talking about his socks now? You got moist
As
socks.
a girl,
Mousies are supposed
no
to be
comment.
real simple.
Hey, everybody's full. Hey, where'd Mexicali go?
Oh shit.
You need to watch your mouth. Your potty mouth.
Hey, I say what I want.
You need to watch your mouth.
You watch it.
I don't want to watch your mouth. That's disgusting. Why are you trying to get the grown man to watch your mouth? Ew. See, I knew it.
Oh.
It's something wrong with you, man. You have a problem. You should have yourself checked.
Don't worry about what I check, all right? Don't worry about that.
All right. Everything's locked in position.
Okay. Open the main valve to both of your hoses because Scuba Steve said you have a valve that cuts off.
And
Cuts
make
off.
sure your power strip's on too.
Wait, what's the Scuba? What's the valve, G?
You have some type of way to cut the water off. There's something on there. I don't know.
No. He said that when you unclip it.
Yeah, as soon as
Stop! Y'all are talking over each other. Stop doing that.
You're talking over us.
Yes,
when you
mother.
Turn it off. When you do the little clip, it's just going by itself.
Okay.
It's magic.
All right, that's
It's
that's
not,
automatic.
water's not gonna go
See
on
that?
your floor.
It's magic on some Harry Potter type wizardry type
Trust
stuff.
me, I thought the same
It's
thing.
like going in the Harry Potter roller coaster, for crying out loud.
It's pretty
Are you
fancy.
trying to bring up old stuff there, Coventry? That's
No.
You know
so
what?
turn the sucker on.
Lock it down, baby. Lock it down.
Coventry want to see this thing work. She want to see this thing work.
Yeah, damn straight.
3 hours you've been doing this already.
All right, I'm gonna hop down. Y'all take
Boom.
it easy. I'll be in chat.
All right,
No,
Chief.
Here it
no. I need his expression when it doesn't work.
Then this is more fun for us.
Hold on.
Dating.
Yeah, Biz, you got some camera angles going on over there, buddy.
I know. See a big dodo ear. What are you doing? What is that?
What the hell is
That's
that?
the outtake. It's not nothing's coming out yet. Hold on.
Are you priming it?
No, not yet.
Oh.
All right, here we go.
Pay attention.
Yo, I wish I was a betting man. I wish I was a betting man. What's the over and under on this thing working?
What's he doing over there?
It doesn't look good at all.
What's the chat saying? I gotta see what the chat's saying. What y'all think? Is it gonna work in chat? People to chat, let us know.
Teacher got schooled today. Liquid Rock Aquatics, you got it right. Teacher got schooled today.
I didn't realize somebody could make something look so difficult, but until Bruce got his hands on it. It's not rocket science.
All right.
Clearly it is.
How many times I'm supposed to press this thing?
So you run out of breath.
You should. Okay, so Biz,
I'm gonna leave that one alone.
Real talk, Biz. When you're pushing down on it, you'll hear a slurping. That's the air getting pushed out. Once this thing stops slurping, it'll start pulling and pushing water by itself.
Okay. Wait, no. Stop. Because I think maybe. So you know what a hang-on back sounds like, and you know what a hang-on back sounds like as it's being primed.
Yes.
That's what you're listening for.
Yeah.
And I don't have a fucking canister filter. Sorry.
Slurp. Slurp. I can't.
That just doesn't look good.
I'm really.
Hold on. You do have this plugged in, right? Not to be funny.
That's no joke. That's actually that. Yeah, that's no joke.
Biz, you do have it plugged in, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it on?
Do you hear the motor running?
Yes.
It doesn't sound like it.
I can't hear nothing, but
yeah.
Yeah.
I can hear it now.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, real fast, take the top of it and shake it. Shake it. Yeah, shake it.
Yeah, he's not happy.
Shake it.
He sounds like an empty hang-on back.
Do you see water? Is that a clear tube? That hoses, are they clear?
It's black.
No.
You can't see through them?
I mean, I can feel the cold water.
Can you tell if the water is
I'm
running?
gonna ask a really politically incorrect question.
Oh, I didn't lock it
in. Does the hose feel thick?
He wouldn't know.
Hey, yo. Hey, what kind of questions you asking me, Coventry? Like, straight up. I know it's late, but you gotta relax.
So, I know when I am using my gravel vacs and all of the things that go with it, that pipe is soft when there's no water coming through it.
This thing won't lock.
It won't lock. Well, that's why you have an air leak. And you should have water coming out of it too if you have an air leak. When you put that type on Hey, Biz, when you put that top on, you should have some type of rubber O-ring around it. Did you see that?
It's a who?
A rubber O-ring that goes
Brother,
in
you're
the
holding
top
it.
at the bottom.
Hey man, look, I ain't got time for your sexual innuendo, man.
Dude,
I
dude,
got
that,
this. This is what it looks like. Now this
that
is
shouldn't come
it's
out.
submerged in water, but it won't lock. It won't.
So you're missing. How do I politically correctly say this?
Just say it. There ain't no political.
You are missing a tiny black ring that goes around that. Is that right, gentlemen? Do I have that correctly?
Yeah, I'm not sure about that particular model. I mean, everything that moves like he just pulled it out. When you put it back in, it should have some type of O-ring.
It locks.
Do you know what Do you know what an O-ring is?
Yeah, the little black rubber piece that.
Yeah. Okay.
Does it have that?
No.
Well, then you have no seal.
Yeah.
It might be in the box, Phil. Check in the box.
The box. What's in the
Without
box?
the O-ring, you don't have a seal.
Yeah,
Well, it's sealed because it locks. It locks into place.
But you keep saying it wasn't.
Yeah, but there's but the O-ring helps.
Remember this was coming up. I just locked it.
Okay.
But
But it still needs that O-ring if it's still in the box. Go ahead and check the box.
And the O-ring is going to block the air.
What's in the box? Hey, what? You know what? What model is that?
A 350.
A who? What?
Oh,
A 350.
350 what though?
Oase.
I've never seen one of those.
Yeah, they're European.
No seal, no vacuum. Thank you, Liquid Rock Aquatics.
If somebody
You gotta have the O-ring, baby. Kind of like a condom.
Yeah. Yeah, but you know what though?
There's no O-ring. Is
should
Steve still in there?
Yeah, he's there. He's trying to give you instructions.
You had an O-ring, Scuba Steve?
Let me see. Scuba Steve, is that particular part?
Monster Fish Gal says the Oasis doesn't have an O-ring.
I just told y'all that, man. I got the thing together. Who is this?
Yeah, so okay, so Scuba Steve said it don't have an O-ring.
Yeah, I just told y'all that.
Yeah,
Liquid Rock, Liquid Rock, you're muted.
Is he on there?
No,
Oh, there you go.
He's
Thank you.
backstage. Oh, there he is. Yeah, he came back up.
That is a very, very interesting color of a shirt there, Liquid Rock.
Oh, no, and you're still muted. We can't hear you. Can't hear you.
Yeah, you. We can't. You? Okay.
Monster Fish Gal says it takes at least a good 10 minutes for it to prime.
Oh, wow.
What? What?
Wait a minute.
What?
Of me pushing the thing down?
For 10 minutes. Go ahead.
Oh, no, I'm done.
I thought you were working out.
Yeah, that's a wrap.
Hey, yo. I'm dead tired, bro. It is 12:30. I got to go. Y'all, good luck with that, Biz.
I'll work on it tomorrow.
It was good to see you, Funk.
Hey, do I keep it plugged in if I'm done for the day?
No, you're gonna burn it up.
If the water ain't going through there properly, you're gonna burn it up. It's just gonna go all night long.
This is why people like me don't have canisters. That's too much drama in my world.
This is why I'm offering up this Oasis in the giveaway on Monday.
I don't want it.
Slightly used.
I'd say.
The only way it would work is to keep pumping it.
But I'm not gonna keep doing that, man.
Well, or you could have done with Liquid Rock was suggesting is prime your lines too, so that you kind of get rid of a lot of that air.
Yeah, it just don't even seem like all the pumping I was doing is, and I filled it all the way up with water. It doesn't seem like it should take that long because that air is not even. I mean, these lines aren't even that long. It seems like.
What I use.
Okay. So one of the things that I found, because when I clean my fish, when I gravel vac my fish tanks with my siphon, I go outside. And if there is a stitch of water in my line from a previous cleaning, it will jack the whole thing up. Like, I literally have to blow it out and start from scratch. Maybe there was water for the line when you started. I don't know. Because when I siphon, if there is any water in my line when I siphon for cleaning, just forget it. Forget it.
Drew, do you have a couple
futile.
Do you have a couple of buckets?
Yeah.
Okay. This is the way I used to prime my my canister. You fill up obviously the void of the canister with like what you did. Put your inlet in the tank and your return hose, and then what I would do is sit the canister on a bucket so it's elevated, and then I would draw it like a siphon on the return and until it started coming out into the bucket, into a second bucket. Once you get water coming all the way out through there, the whole system has been primed. You can just you can put the return back in the tank and you should have no problem. That was the easiest way for me to do it.
All right, that makes sense. All right, I'll play with this thing tomorrow. All right, listen, you guys, I'm gonna head upstairs, man. It's been a hell of a night, man. I appreciate you guys all for coming up here. Thank you, everybody in the chat. Thank you, everybody, for donating. T. McConnell, I appreciate you so much. Everybody who's been giving hams and homes for the holidays, I really appreciate it. We're gonna keep it going all the way to the 20th is when I pass out hams. So I will be going ham hunting in the stores pretty soon. So be looking for those videos. All right.
All right, Drew. Have a good one. Coventry.
All right. Coventry. Thank you, Garcia.
Hey, George, looks like I beat you.
Thank you for the advice. I got it. I wrote it down.
I'm
Great
sorry.
to see y'all.
I didn't hear you, Berto. What was that?
It looks like I beat him in the Hardscape Challenge because he ain't doing it, so I guess I won.
Who are you talking about?
It ain't over. It ain't over.
Oh, Drew.
It ain't over till it's over, baby.
Yeah, man. I gotta have some time. I might have some time tomorrow, so I'll go ahead and record it up. We'll get it out there for the Aquascape Challenge.
All right.
And see everybody here, and I love you all. And let's keep on with the support and help out each other. Let's keep doing it.
All right.
Sure.
Y'all are an amazing community. Bye.
Bye.
Later, y'all.
Good night.